You're simply the best. Better than all the rest.
Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's JPA here. In today's video I'm going to be discussing Rangers versus Celtic at the weekend. If you're new to the channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button, hit the like button as well, and we're well on our way. We'll just get straight into this video, guys. So the match finished, Rangers 1, Celtic 0. I've got to be honest with you, I wasn't expecting that performance from Rangers. I knew we had it in us, but the start to the season kind of gave me a little bit of doubt over how we were going to start the game. But I actually think we played really well. Not going to lie about it, I was a wee bit anxious when I seen the team line up, particularly the right back area. We all expected at least Patterson to be in there. It turns out he was in close contact as well, so he missed the game, and we had Balogun in there. The last time Balogun played in an Old Firm game, ended up getting subbed off at half time for Patterson because he just had a torrid time, and I was a wee bit worried that might happen again. I'll talk a wee bit about Balogun's performance later on in the video, but he did really well, let's just put it that way. If you look at the chances that we created, and obviously Celtic created as well. So the first chance of the match fell to Morelos. It was Roof finding Barisic in space on the left hand side. Barisic's cross gets kind of knocked on for one of the Celtic defenders, and it falls to Alfie. Alfie has a left foot kind of half volley shot just wide of the target. It was really unlucky though. And I was a wee bit disappointed that he never scored, in fact. The next couple of chances did actually fall to Celtic. Ralston had a cross, it kind of evaded everybody, fell to the back post. A wee bit mix up between Balogun and Goldson, I think, and Kyogo had managed to get a shot off. Carroll just behind the post. Didn't look that close, but the fact that he's getting a shot away from that range is kind of disappointing. The next chance, Kyogo finds himself in behind. Again, there was a wee bit of mix up between Aribo and I think it was Balogun. I'm not going to hate too much on Balogun because he did have a really good game, but on that occasion he kind of let the side down. Kyogo gets in behind and squares it to Edouard. All Edouard has got today is going to open his body up and hit the target, and for some reason he kind of just opens his body up and it hits his heel and goes out for a throw. Not a throw, sorry, a goal kick. Really poor effort. When you see it again, he's got to at least hit the target for there. Really poor effort. Hearing that he's in talks with Crystal Palace now, and that deal might even be done by the time I finish this video. His heart really isn't in it at all. He really had a poor game, I think, Edouard. I've not really seen him play particularly well in the last few Old Firm games, which is good. He is a good player, I'm not going to lie about that, but he's let himself down and he's let his teammates down in the last couple of games, I feel. Again, another chance. This time Edouard manages to get down the left hand side, and Balogun's tucked in. He finds Kyogo with a pass and a really good saving tackle for Balogun. Kyogo tries to claim that it hit his hand. Now in the replay it did actually hit his arm when he's getting up, but there's no way he's getting that penalty. John Hartson said at half time if the rules were different then it's a penalty. Didn't understand what, that doesn't make any sense to me. The rules are the rules that we all know, so you can't just change the rules to get a penalty. It's just stupid. Guy's might be a pundit, he's meant to know what he's talking about, and it really didn't make any sense what he said there. The best chance of the half for Rangers came through Ryan Kent. It was a deep cross from Roof on the right hand side, kind of evaded everybody, and Morelos made the best of it. Uses his strength to muscle away the defender, finds the pass to Ryan Kent on the edge of the area. Ryan Kent kind of opens his body up, curls the shot, and it just clips outside of the post. Really unlucky with that effort. The sides went in 0-0 at half time, no scoring, and it looked as though Celtic maybe had the bulk of possession, and that may be true, but I didn't feel they did enough with it. They did create one or two kind of half chances for themselves, but a lot of the possession that they did have was between the two centre backs and their goalkeeper, who kept coming out to play kind of like a sweeper role. I felt that if we had pressed a little bit higher we could have caused them a lot more problems in the second half, and I really do think that's what happened when we got into the second half. We closed the space down really well, didn't allow them to get on the ball as much, and they didn't really create anything until the latter stages of the game, and we managed to get ourselves in front. 66 minutes in, In fact, 65 minutes in, we got a free kick. It's looped to the back post, and I can't actually remember who headed it, but they had Joe Hart clambering across his goal. He makes a save and puts it for a corner. The corner comes in from Barisic. He'll land at the back post, completely unmarked. I think it was Welsh that was meant to be marking him, who was on the other side of the box for some reason. I didn't understand that. I don't know what kind of marking they were doing. They usually play zonal marking, but I think they were trying to play man for man. But if you're playing man for man, you've got to at least stand next to your man and know on the other side of the group of players. Didn't make any sense to me, and they got a real good header in. Joe Hart got a wee hand to it, but there was no stopping it. Real powerful header, and 1-0 to Rangers. Straight after that, as you usually expect this kind of thing to happen, maybe it's just like a lack of concentration, but the other team usually comes up with a chance straight away, and that's what Celtic done. I think it's Robston finds Kyogo. Kyogo manages to get it in behind. This time he's on the right hand side, and McCrory makes a really good save with his foot. Reminded me of Alan McGregor. You always get that one Alan McGregor moment in an Old Firm game, and that was McCrory's moment, and he done really, really well to stop it. In the second half, Celtic made a couple of changes, and Kyogo went through the middle, and they seemed to get a wee bit more joy out of that. Again, he went through the middle, tries to square it this time to, I think it's Christie. Balogun runs in, makes the block tackle, and eventually Rangers get away. It seemed like one effort from Kyogo, he should shoot. He should square it across, opts for the shot, misses it. Second time he should really shoot, and he opts for the pass and misses it again. So it's all about decision making in those moments, and for me, Kyogo got it wrong twice. There's one last chance for Rangers right at the end of the game. Davis, he does this all game, and he done it really well against Sorrow. He just nicked the ball off him, drives forward, it allows Sakala to make the run. Sakala makes the run. Davis plays the perfect pass. Sakala takes a shot, probably a wee bit too early for Malikin. Decent effort down low, but Joe Hart managed to save it. There's a thing right at the end that really annoyed me, and I don't know if you noticed this as well, but Balogun had a bit of cramp, a bit to go down. I think he kind of just kneeled down a bit, and you could tell that he was a wee bit hurt. Rangers put the ball out, and what happens in that situation? Celtic are supposed to give the ball back. They didn't do that. They pressed and pressed, tried to get a goal back. They won a corner. Fans were jeering and everything. It was really, really disgraceful. You just didn't do that. I remember a good few years ago, and I say a good few years ago, this was going back to about probably 1998. Arsenal done it in the Cup against Sheffield United. I think it was, I can't remember who it was, but someone ran onto it and squared it for Mark Overmars. Mark Overmars scored, and Arsenal won the game. And later, Wenger came out and vowed to replay the game because it wasn't sporting conduct. That's the way it should be. It's sporting conduct. It's an unwritten rule. It doesn't need to be abided by, but it's just common courtesy. When the player's injured, you kick it out, you give the team the ball back, and Celtic didn't do that, and I thought it was really dirty in my opinion. So the game finished 1-0, as I said. Delighted with the result, delighted with the performance, particularly in the second half. I wasn't quite expecting that performance, and as I said in the previous video, I wasn't really too worried about what Celtic were going to bring and what Celtic were going to do. I was more concerned about our performance and how we were going to perform on the day. And we got it right, we got the tactics spot on. Shout out to Gary Mack, by the way. He got his tactics spot on. He didn't have Gerrard kind of leading the way in the dugout or anything. He made his own subs, he made his subs at the right time, and we managed the game. We managed to see the game out. Really good game management with the subs that he made. So delighted for him. Delighted for Robbie McCrory getting his clean sheet on his debut. Balogun for me was man of the match. I don't think there's any surprise. He was absolutely everywhere. Really delighted with his display. Defensively, he didn't really offer much going forward, but if you're going to put on a defensive display like that, it doesn't really matter. I didn't actually think we would have got that from Patterson or Tav, by the way. I thought he was just phenomenal defensively, and he did get forward when he could, but he didn't really create much going forward. But delighted with his display. So that's the video pretty much done, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I wanted to get this video done earlier. I know the game was now 2 days ago. Probably not going to get much views from this, to be honest, because it's so late. but I've been busy at work and stuff, so this is the first chance I've actually got to sit down and talk about it. As things stand, I'm not 100% sure what's happening with transfers yet. I know Cedric Itten is away to a German club. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it, but they're in the Bundesliga. Good luck to him. I think that shows that we will keep a hold of Morelos this for at least this window anyway. I don't know if anything will happen while this video is uploading or anything, but that's all I know so far. And I'll maybe do a video later on in the week talking about the ins and outs of the transfer window anyway. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers guys.